What's going on, everybody? I am at the office, but me and Ian are going to knock out some rate your physiques because it's been a little while and we have a ton of them to do. So, without further ado, we are going to get started. For those of you who want to be rated, or you want to join the fantasy league, or you want to join in on the predictions we're going to be doing every week, get to realbodybuildingpodcast.com. This is the site here. And there's all these different things you can do here: fantasy league predictions, rate your physique, rate your form, which we also have to get into. And we have some consultations here if you want to join consultations. Me, Ian, Mike, Seth, and Paul all have our calendars here set with the dates open where you guys can log on and talk to us for like half an hour, whatever the guys got set up. So that's a kind of a cool little thing where you guys can connect. But without wasting any time, let's get to the rate your physiques. These are some of the physiques we got. So, Ian, let's get started.
Rock and roll.
First guy we got is Cam Wright, is 5'6", 212 pounds, men's open. He's in prep. He's 7 weeks out, which he's probably closer now. Have only done one show and a few more shows, take a year off and go from there. Okay. Ian, I'll let you start here.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks very good.
Yeah. I mean, right here, the thing that I think would probably go the furthest is maybe a little more chest development. It's tough to see his lats here. Quads look good. Calves look good. Delts, arms, traps look ridiculous.
Can I make a comment about this?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the photo, but clavicle width looks a little narrow. So I would.
Yeah, he can't change that, but
No. Well, just let me finish. I know he can't change that, but usually guys, like if you, on the most extreme example would be a Phil Heath. If you have narrow clavicles, you really want to emphasize those delts.
yeah.
So I would say more delt will help that narrow clavicle.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because his delts already, like, you can see like over the arm there, there's like a huge amount of separation. So yeah, I mean, obviously get more on your delt if you can, but they are quite well developed already. But yeah, definitely, and maybe a bit more on the front delt. Yeah, the back definitely needs a bit more in the lat width, back thickness, depth. That's probably the weakest point I've seen so far is the back. How he's hitting the back lat is a bit weird, so it's tough to judge that. But yeah, he definitely needs some more density in this back for sure.
It's just side shots.
Yeah, maybe here I agree with you a little bit on the shoulder. It looks a little like here, especially the front delt. Like it's looks like, which is weird because most guys have a lot of front delt and minimal side and rear delt. He's kind of the opposite.
Right.
So yeah, chest a bit more delt in the front delt, and then back is what I'm seeing here. Hamstrings don't look too bad. Quads look pretty solid. Midsection's pretty tight.
Yeah, the first thing, I'm just going to add a couple things before we rate him. I think the hamstrings to me and the adductors definitely need to come up to match the quads. I feel like the quad is definitely more developed as well as the calves. I'm kind of in agreement with Ian on the back. I think the traps and mid trap is good. I think the lats through the center are good, but are kind of losing as you go outwards, which is kind of what you need because your clavicles are a little more narrow. And then again, I think this front delt here, chest separation, I think with a lot more front delt, it could actually emphasize the delt and make you feel like you look a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those could be some areas we could look at. To go ahead and judge, we'll take Paul out of here. Ian, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so go up. Sorry.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. We got to do this again.
What?
Oh, we don't. I'm sorry. I thought we had to do it again. Okay, I forgot this is going on YouTube. Okay, we're good.
What?
Sorry, I thought we were doing voice notes. Okay, we're on YouTube. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Ian. You and
Sorry, just what was his age there? Go up.
I didn't list it.
5'6", 202. I've only done one show. Currently 7 weeks out. I don't know if that is right.
No, it's probably closer now, but the pictures are 7 weeks out, so it's fine.
Yeah, pictures are 7 weeks out, but he says he's taking a year off. Okay. I mean, overall, I think he looks pretty good. I'm going to give him his muscularity. Done one show, amateur. I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah.
Symmetry is overall pretty good. He has a few spots, but as a whole, it's not terrible. I'll give him a 6 there.
Yeah.
Maybe even a 7.
Okay.
Conditioning, if this was 7 weeks out, that's good. That's pretty solid 7 week out conditioning. I don't know what he looks like currently, but I'll give him a 7 there as well.
All right. I'm going to go 7, 6, 8. I think condition is good for 7 weeks. I think the symmetry is good, but structure, I feel like
That structure, if we're including that in there, then maybe I could go down, but I think I'll stay with where I am.
Okay. And then muscularity, I think, is good. So that's ours. That's kind of where we stand there. Save ratings. Thank you for your submission, Cam. Move on to the next one after this save.
One thing, I don't know. Some people had said when you were doing screen sharing, it was glitching. Are we sure that this will show up?
I think it will because I'm on a different computer. I'm hoping that's the reason why. So we won't know until we post it.
Okay.
Going to the next person, Dylan Rothman, 5'6", 201, men's classic. He's in the off season. He wants to put on enough quality size to be competitive in open bodybuilding, shooting for a pro card long term. Oh, excuse me. Notes: first competition was September 2024. Appreciate any criticism. Big fan since 2019. Okay, thank you, Dylan. I guess I'll get started here. Back looks really good. Could use in the low lat. Could use a little bit more, but it's back has got a nice shape to it. It's wide. Traps are good. Shoulders and arms look pretty balanced as well. I'm seeing a little bit of an imbalance in the lower body. I think more quad actually from the back is showing it's a little straight and a little more hamstring because the upper body looks so well developed. I think we definitely need to focus more on the lower body here in this shot. Moving to the next shot, the side tricep. Side of the leg looks good. Arm and shoulder looks good. I think more chest thickness is definitely needed.
Yeah.
And then as we move to the front, the chest has definitely got to come up to match the shoulders and arms. And then the legs, as you can see, like I said, from the back, I could kind of tell that the sweep is a little straight. So I think your shoulders and arms are so good that you're going to need a lot more width in that leg and a lot more depth to the quad. And then that chest really, really needs to come up, especially because the structure of it is a little narrow. So you're going to need to make that pop right out. Moving to the last shot here is a front double. Is nice structure. Overall structure is very good. Like you have a nice X frame. I think if you can add some muscle here, create more of that X and emphasize it. Lats come out really nicely. I think your back is probably your best body part, actually. And then arms and shoulders would be behind that. I think priority wise, if I was going to tell you what to work on, it would be chest and overall lower body, I think, is where your largest weaknesses would be. Ian, do you have anything to touch on here?
No, I agree. Chest is where he needs definitely the most focus here. His delts and arms are definitely overpowering those, and I think that'll help him a lot in the flow of a couple of the shots here. Side legs not bad, but the legs as a whole do need more tissue, more volume. Adductors, quads, hamstrings for sure, because he is pretty broad, pretty wide in the shoulders there. But back's pretty decent. Structure is pretty solid. That's where I'd agree with you. Yeah.
Okay. Let's give him a score here. Why didn't yours come up? Oh, there it is. Okay. Muscularity. I want to say an age. No. He wants to be a pro. 5'6", 201. I'm going to say 6. Maybe. No, you know what? The legs need a little more. I'm going to say 5. I think symmetry and structure is. I really like the structure. Symmetry is pretty good. There's obviously a little bit of a lower body imbalance. I'll go 6 there. And then conditioning. This is off season. I think is almost perfect. It's not too fat, not too skinny. So I'll go 8. Ian?
I'll go 5.77.
Okay. So you had those buttons put in? I don't have to type this. Nice. All right, moving on. Thomas Bessonnet, 5'10", 216, men's open off season. He's an amateur. He wants to win a regional show. 8 weeks into the offseason after running a mini cut, did 2 regional shows in 23, placed 3rd and 2nd. All right. That's
Only
good.
He was first.
Fuck, that's a pretty good physique, man. I like
solid.
That.
Yeah, first thing that jumps out at me is just more lat there. I mean, he's got pretty good quad development. He's kind of got big arms there as well, so it's making his trunk look a little narrow in there. Yeah. So definitely some more on those lats, beef those lats up and that chest up to give a little more. Structure is super nice. Flows well. Quads are good. Calves look really good. Next shot. Yeah, here again, chest definitely needs a bit more because his shoulders are really overpowering the chest on that and the arms. Lats don't look as bad in this shot, but I think he still definitely needs some more there. Chest and lats. Yep.
It's weird how much the lats pop out there and not in the lats are pretty good from the back too.
Yeah, his lats are good. And even this, I think he could get that more open with posing. They really have some good density to there. Back as a whole is pretty good. It looks a little narrower in this shot. But I think he could fix that with posing because it looks like the muscle is definitely there. So
I was actually, not to interrupt you, but I was actually going to say I think this front shot might be some posing issues too, because you can see his elbows look almost
he's
like
very high.
Well, they're pulled forward as well.
Yeah.
Like he's got a concave thing going in here.
Yeah, so I think the elbows a little high and forward.
Yeah.
So I think if you drop those down, brought him back a bit, he probably would get those lats are being kind of stretched out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they're in that front lat, they look good, and then and that back double, you can see there's a lot of meat there.
Yeah, they
so
sink
when down. They look like they have a lot more volume to them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
I'll go there too. So yeah, here it's chest. You could definitely see is the something that needs some more, maybe a bit more on the triceps, but biceps look good there. Hamstrings look like they need a bit more in this shot. It looks like it's majority quad there, so maybe some more hamstrings. He doesn't have a back. Can I go back to the back double? Yeah, a little. I definitely think hamstrings definitely need more hamstrings for sure.
Yeah. All right. So if you had to give him a priority list, top to bottom, like first, second, third, things to work on.
Yeah, chest, hamstrings in that order. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go through. I'm not going to add anything. I think you're gonna nailed everything pretty good. We'll give him a score here. You want to go ahead and go first?
Overall muscularity, I think, is pretty good here. Back's got some good density. Quad's good. Just the chest needs to come up for sure, and a bit on the hamstrings. So I'll give him a. I wish we had a 0.5 because I'd be like right in between a 6 and a 7.
I'm going to make him add it from now on. But for now,
I'm going to be nice and give him a 7. You agree with that kind of 6, 7?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Symmetry. I do like the flow of this guy's physique. I think overall it's pretty symmetrical, barring some few small imbalances, but they're not glaring. I'll give him a 7 there as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's got a nice structure too.
Conditioning. This was what he said. This is an off season.
Off season, yeah.
This is great off season conditioning. I'll give him an 8 on the conditioning. This is pretty optimal conditioning to me. I mean, you can see some good detail in the back, but there is a bit of body fat, but it's not at an outrageous rate. I like that. Yeah.
I think he's too lean. I'm going to.
That's good.
Thanks for your submission, Thomas. All right, let's go to the next guy. We got Javonta Young, 5'10", 192. Men's classic. He's in the off season. He's 44 weeks out. He's a first timer. Shooting to do the Night of Champions 2026. Currently fixing H. pylori gut in the gut. I just started TRT. I am 25. Finishing a cleanup phase. Is it real TRT though, or is it TRT plus?
So I'm assuming, was he natural before, or?
I'm assuming so. Yeah, I think that's what I just started.
Natural.
Yeah,
he's a natural bodybuilder. He crashed his testosterone. Now he's getting on TRT.
Yeah. All right. So first thing I'll start with is structure is nice.
Yeah.
I can see from the back, quads definitely need a little bit more because you're kind of, this line is very, very long here. So you need a little bit more quad to kind of emphasize that X frame in the back. Lat back shape is good. Lat shape is good as well, but just more meat to create obviously a little bit more of that X frame in the top as well. Kind of bring that back out. Arms and shoulders look pretty good. Moving to the next shot is a front double. Again, structure is nice. Chest a little flat. Legs look like there's some development, but we need more sweep on the outside of it. And lat's got to come down again. Same story as the back. And then the side shot here. Side of the leg looks good. This quad is a little flat here. So a little bit more meat will give you a little bit more sweep. The hamstring quad balance is pretty good. Arms are very nice. Chest looks pretty good on the way down. Could be a little thicker. And shoulders should come up to be a little bit. I think the arm development is a little bit greater than the delt development here. So we could use more delt here.
I see this a lot actually in natural competitors because arm development, I find they get pretty good. But then really until you hop on the sauce, you don't get those big, juicy round delts that guys get.
Yeah.
So I see that.
In the quarter turn here, again, a little straight through the quad, but not bad for muscularity. Chest a little flat here, and delt could use a little more cap, but overall good structure and a lot to work with. I think just a little more mass can really accentuate the X frame here. So
it says he's a first timer. He's never competed before. So
anything you want?
I think he's right aiming for a show next year. I think one more year to put a little more on here.
Yeah.
It's a good call. 25 years old. I think he's, like you said, got some good bones here, good structure. Take the year, 44 weeks to pack on some more. I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah. Okay. I I think the main thing that you need, Javonta, is muscularity. So I'm going to say a 5 here. I think symmetry and structure is actually really nice. So I'm going to give you a 7. And then conditioning for off season, I think is pretty bang on. Might be a little too lean, but I'll go 7 there as well.
Okay, I'm going to go 4, 7, 6.
I thought 4, but I didn't want to be mean. I'm going to leave mine as a 5. Okay, thanks for your submission, Javonta, and we look forward to the next one. All right, next up we have Harry Buckingham, 5'8", 167, men's classic. He's in the offseason. He's a first-timer. I want to win a competition on my first try. All right, that's big.
If this guy isn't British with a name like Harry fucking Buckingham, I don't know his.
Right.
It's the most UK name I've ever heard in my life.
He's 17 years old. He's got 3 years training. Just finished a bulk. Should get gyno surgery before I compete. A self-aware man. I like that. Okay, Iain, I think this is yours to start with. He's 17.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this is some good muscle for 17 back. It's got some good depth to it through the middle there. I mean, I'm not going to critique too hard because I think you just got to keep growing everywhere, but your back does look pretty solid, a bit more on the outer lats there to bring those out. Let's see, go around. Chest is probably the main focus I see so far. Lats actually look really good here.
Lats.
Yeah, the lats look really, really solid in this front shot, but your chest is definitely underpowered by those delts compared to the delts. So far I see chest is probably number 1 on the list. You could go for a little more arm, but they're not bad for 17. I think this is a solid set of arms. Quads look pretty decent. I like the legs. And yeah, here, once again, chest is definitely primary focus. Maybe a bit more on the hamstrings, but yeah, I think chest right now, I think overall you're pretty balanced and things just need to keep growing as you age and get some more maturity. If you're going to, put something into your rotation that's maybe getting a little more emphasis, I would just do it as your chest. The rest of it, I think, is all pretty balanced. I don't think you need to put too much time and effort in anything specific, just overall growing, except for the chest.
I agree on all accounts. Okay. At 17 years old, what are you going to do here?
For 17, obviously natural, I'm assuming. Should I assume or should I not assume these days? I don't really know.
We should hope. Let's just hope.
Harry, I hope you're natural, so I'm going to judge you as if you are one. Muscularity, 17, 3 years training. I'm going to give him I'll give him a 7 there. Okay. Symmetry, I think overall is pretty decent. Structure's not bad. I'll give him a 6 there. Conditioning's good. He's a younger guy, so I don't think he needs to be crazy lean. I'll give him a 7.
Oh, you're a lot nicer than me. But he is 17, so I gotta be nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with that. 17.
Yeah,
this is a high school kid,
I get it. He's got good muscle belly. Okay. You know what? I'm pretty in line with that. Okay. I'm in the same boat. Okay, good. Yeah, I agree with all those points.
Just keep slugging, bring up that chest,
Yep. All right. Next up, we have Liam Davies, 5'9", 212, men's open. He's in prep. He's 9 weeks out. He wants to win an amateur show. Just looking to see what you guys think. Okay, let's set this up real quick, and then let's take a look. So off the bat, I think got great quads. Great shoulders. Chest is pretty good. I think the main areas of back, the lats kind of show through from the front pretty good. I think the main areas of development I think you need are arms and adductors. Got a little bit of a gap here in the center.
Crazy sweep and quad development, but the adductor is definitely missing there.
The quad development is so good, it actually makes this gap look a little worse. So I would work on that. And then your shoulders cap off so well that the arms are a little bit narrow. Moving through to the next shot, the side chest, side of the leg.
Arms look solid in that shot.
Yeah, I think it's mainly the tricep. The bicep looks good.
Tricep needs more, yeah.
The shoulders look so good. I think the triceps could use more. The chest has a little bit more thickness too. The shoulder is kind of overpowering.
Yeah.
I think posing might help. It looks like you need to pull this whole shoulder back a bit.
Yeah.
Side of the leg looks good. Everything's kind of well developed there. Hamstrings, quads are all
pretty
nice.
balanced. Yeah.
Calves are good too. Moving to the back shot. Hamstrings have good development. Again, adductors, we're looking at a little bit of a gap in here. Glutes are so kind of full that we need a little bit more here. A little bit more sweep here would help too. I know the quads are really good from the front, but I think the glutes are a little bit overdeveloped. So we actually need a little more quad to kind of like set this up a little better. Calves are really good.
And it could be that on a lot of his like hamstring and adductor movements, he's just really taken over with those glutes, and that's why you're getting some overdevelopment there. You know, like in his RDLs and things like that, it could just be all hip focused and pulling through the glute.
Yep. Rear delts are really good. Again, triceps.
Back looks great.
Kind of a weak area, and then lats are very good. I would say more mid-trap thickness.
I agree there.
Maybe a little bit of maybe more extension, more stretch on like your rowing movements to really engage that mid-back, mid-trap area. Upper traps look pretty good, but I think the lat development is so good, I could actually see you needing a little bit more upper trap and mid-trap just to kind of polish off this whole back look. But overall, nice shot. The most muscular, again, shoulders are kind of overpowering the chest, biceps overpowering the triceps, and quads overpowering the adductors. So you have some really great points and then some areas that need to catch up. Iain, anything to add to this?
Nope, I agree.
Okay. Muscularity, I'm going to go, the quads are really good and the back is really good. For that reason, I'm going to give you a 7. Symmetry and structure. Structure is pretty good. Symmetry, I don't know, it's tough. I'm going to give you a 6 because the shoulders overpower the chest. You know, the adductors are kind of lagging a bit behind. Maybe that's a little harsh, but I think I'm going to give you a 6 there. And then conditioning at 9 weeks out, I feel like it was pretty good. I can give you an 8 there. Iain?
Yeah, I'll go 7. Symmetry's tough here.
Here, just take another look.
I mean, overall, it's pretty good. I'll go a 7 there.
Okay.
And conditioning 9 weeks out, this is great conditioning. I'll go 8 as well.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks for your submission, Liam. Good luck at your show. Moving on here, we have Josiah Hansen, 5'9", 193, men's classics prep. He's age 30. He's 3 weeks out. I hope this show hasn't come and gone already. Torn ACL in high school. Doc used a hamstring donor. So classic or men's physique. Okay, let's take a look at these shots first. Iain, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a nice structure and silhouette here. Great ab development. Quads are pretty good. You know, could use a bit more meat on them, but they've got some good muscularity there. Definitely needs a bit more on the arms. Let's see, keep going. Yeah,
only got the 2 shots. Got that front one, the back one, and then we'll go take a look at him with the pants on.
Yeah, I mean, the legs don't look terrible. I mean, his sweep actually looks decent on that one quad, but he's really turning that out. Back isn't terrible, pretty good. A little more lower lat in there. Definitely agree, still more arms. A little more delts even too. I mean, they don't have quite as much mass on them as I'd like to see in that back shot. But yeah.
Would you agree that his physique as a whole is pretty balanced? His structure and X-frame is actually pretty wild, but
yeah,
the gaps are because the muscles just aren't developed enough.
Yes.
Like as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah. No, overall it's pretty balanced. I mean, you know, the only thing I see is like a really weak point is his calves, but like, who am I to say, you know? Yeah, calves and arms I see as the 2 biggest things here.
Yeah, back looks good here.
Back looks solid there.
I would say more upper trap. It always throws me off when guys have a straight line here across, and then they have because then you get like this upside down triangle look. And I think what you're looking for is more of a diamond shape. So a little bit more trap here would create more of that like diamond look in the back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Iain, from the front.
I mean, this is a great men's physique look, you know?
Yeah.
I would be like, look, I think he could do classic if he wants, but this could be a pretty high level men's physique competitor. He's got a great midsection for men's physique. Like this is the kind of midsection you want to have for men's physique that really fucking tapers in hard with that good blocky development, but like still really small.
Yeah.
I would be leaning to men's physique. I think you have a great men's physique look.
Well, the back too is very good for men's physique too.
Yeah, this is I think you need a little bit more arms and a little bit more shoulders. But I think as a whole, I think if you want to have like a higher end future, I mean, shoulders look pretty good in that front shot. If you want to be a top higher level competitor, I think your future is in men's physique.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead. Scoring, muscularity.
Yeah, I'm going to judge him now under the guise of me just saying that I think he should go in men's physique. So as a men's physique competitor, I'm going to give you a score here. I can tell you my numbers I give you for classic as well, but I'm going to score it here as men's physique. So men's physique, I'm going to give his muscularity a 7.
That's where I was too. So I'll just,
It could even be an 8, but 7. If we're doing his classic, I'm going to give you more like a 6.
yeah.
Symmetry, I think you are very symmetrical. I like your look here. I might even go an 8 there.
Okay.
Conditioning, I don't know where this is, what time of year.
This was 3 weeks out.
Oh, this was 3 weeks out, these pictures?
Yeah, and his goal is to get a pro card. So we should be judging based on pro card. Like this is his
Yeah.
goal, right?
Yeah, I mean this looks great to me. So
I don't think
so
this is
3 weeks out now, or he was 3 weeks out?
these pictures are from 3 weeks out. And I don't think this is 3 weeks out personally.
No, I think he's a little behind, especially from the back. From the front, doesn't look too bad. His midsection looks good here, but I think he's a little behind. So if we're judging it based off a 3 week outlook, I'm going to give you like a 5.
Okay.
Maybe even 4.
I'm right in line with you. Okay. All right, man. Good luck. I hope your show went well if we didn't get to you in time.
Yeah, but you got a bright future men's physique if you choose to go that way, for sure.
Thank you, Josiah. All right. Moving on. We have Alex Orth, 5'9", 227, men's open. He's in prep. He's 11 weeks out. He wants to get a pro card. He's doing his first show. All right. I'm going to judge you hard because you want to get a pro card. So that's going to be a little bit different rating scale. Okay. First thing, quads are phenomenal. Right quad looks like it's a little more developed.
Yeah, he's got a little imbalance there. The one quad looks a bit bigger on the sweep there. There's a little bit.
I think that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So
stop doing your shots in your right quad.
Yeah. Waist is very good. Narrow, flows into the lats really well.
Yeah, beautiful shape on this.
Upper body kind of all looks symmetrical. None of it is really matching the legs, but all very even, like arms, chest, back, all flows together well.
Yeah, I think he needs a little more lat to kind of bring out some width. Yeah, see, a little more in the back of the lat to match those legs.
A little more lat. And then again, I think
his back as a whole here needs more. It's a little on the thin side. If he has anything, it is kind of that upper lat there, but there's lower lat and mid back, erectors, even like just the whole back needs more meat on it.
You're just going to cut me off like that. I'm trying to get.
I didn't hear you.
I think the glutes may be a little overpowering to the hamstrings, but I think that could be a conditioning thing. I think once the condition comes down, the glutes will be in place. Fine. I think adductors from the back still look like they're a little weak. And quads are definitely overpowering the hamstrings, at least from the back, but we'll see in the side shots. I'm
Great lower body though, like development.
Yeah. Moving to the side chest. Yeah. So legs are great from the side.
Yeah, good calves, good hamstrings,
quads, calves flow together well. I do see a different physique upper body to lower body. Like lower body definitely looks more developed. The upper body still leaves a lot to be desired. The side delt is pretty good. Front delt, rear delt are kind of non-existent. Chest could be thicker, and arms also need to come up. And all of that I'm saying is based on your lower body development being so much better. And moving to the last back shot. Again, adductors from the back are kind of hurting this shot a little bit. I think your back width is good. I think back depth needs to be stronger. Rear delts need to come up, and triceps also need to come up. You're unfortunately have the problem of having an awesome lower body, so that means your upper body has to catch up a little bit. But that, again, don't forget, this is being really nitpicky based on you wanting to get a pro card. So if we're just talking regular terms, this is a great physique with very good development. Structure and symmetry is pretty good. I just I want to see more muscle on the upper body. Okay, go ahead and rate. Iain, do you have anything to add to that before I move on?
No, I agree completely.
Okay, so muscularity wise, I'm going to give you a 7. Legs are very well developed. Upper body is developed too. I think it just could use a little bit more. Symmetry and structure, I'm going to go 6, just because there's an imbalance between upper and lower, I think, a little bit. And then conditioning at 11 weeks out, I'm going to say is pretty good. So I'll go an 8 there. Sorry, I changed yours for some reason, Iain. Go ahead, Iain.
Muscularity is tough because, yeah, his legs development is really good, but there's definitely some more needed up top there. Yeah, I'll go fall suit with a 7, I think. Symmetry, 6, I agree. Conditioning is pretty solid. This was 11 weeks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good for 11 weeks out. I'll go an 8 as well. I mean, I'm same as you then. Yeah.
All right, moving right along. We're going to get to Brendan Pearl here. He wants to win a show. He's 5'10", 242, men's open. He's in prep. He's 13 weeks out. He got back to bodybuilding 18 months ago after a long time away. Competed back in 2011. Okay, so he's
2011, 14 years.
It's a long time to take off. Let's see what he's done at that time. Okay, go ahead, Iain.
Yeah, here I see a little chest development needed, but I mean, the chest looks not bad. I mean, his arms look big. Maybe definitely some more delt on there. Rear delt, front delt. I mean, the whole delt really, I think, needs a bit more. Hamstrings look a little lagging here compared to the quad, but it's tough to say. I think that's a lot of its opposing issue. Yeah, body fat's a little higher than I'd like it. You got super duper high lats here, so you're gonna really have to beef those fuckers up to not make it look quite as thin. Arms look good, quads look pretty solid. There looks like there's a little imbalance, but it could also be the light on the quads.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, I mean, it's shoulders is really where you need the most here.
Yeah.
Shoulders.
Chest looks good.
Pardon?
Chest looks pretty good.
Yeah, chest looks solid here, yeah. Chest, quads look pretty good. Arms. Yeah, back and shoulders is really where he needs the most.
Quads from the back are nice.
Yeah, quads from the back are good. Hamstrings look okay. Definitely a little more adductor could be used in there. But yeah, really, really a lot more shoulders, back thickness, and especially lat thickness. Like the mid back is like through the center is not too bad, but the lats look really, really thin. And because you have such high lat insertions, you really got to fucking pump those up.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. So what we're saying, the priority list is
spam shoulders,
all back and shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. It's weird because when I look at the physique, it's like it looks like it could be a really, really good physique, but there's just some main points.
It's the shoulders, man. Shoulders are one of the things that I think can hurt a physique the most, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like it makes you look fatter than you are.
Right.
Because like if you don't have that like detail and bubble over the arm, again, that's kind of no slope there. It kind of just makes you look a lot softer and a lot less muscular. So I think just getting more on those shoulders, I think would do a fuckload for this physique,
Yeah, I actually think too, like I just want to express to people in general watching this, like when you're looking at a bodybuilding physique, you got to think of the body parts that are on the outside of your structure. So like what you're trying to do is create this X frame, right?
Yeah.
If your shoulders are big and your triceps are big and your quads are big, you've all of a sudden now made yourself wider, and your waist will look smaller.
Yeah.
So like I'm not saying that's everything, but some keys to really creating an X frame is trying to really build the outsides of your physique to accentuate that X frame even further.
Yeah.
So, okay. With that being said, go ahead, Iain. I'll let you score first.
Considering he just got back into bodybuilding 18 months ago after not being really doing it since 2011, I think this is pretty solid. I'm going to give muscularity here a 6.
Yeah, that's where I was too.
Yeah, symmetry. Overall, he's got a decent structure on him. In the front double, there's a nice shape to it. Back double, there's a nice shape. You do have some imbalances with the back and the shoulders. I think the shoulders are hurting your shape a bit, so I'm going to go 6 there as well. Conditioning, I'd like to see you a little bit. What?
This is 13 weeks out.
Yeah, that's a little too soft for me, so I'm going to go 5 there.
Yeah, I think I'm actually right in line with you on these. I was going to go a little lower on symmetry. I really feel like that back being this week, and I hate to be, I'm not trying to be mean. It's such an important body part. Like I've talked to judges before that are like, you literally can't win a show without a back.
Yeah.
So this is a glaring weak point that I really think needs to come up if you ever really want to do well. But the structure of your physique is nice. So I'll go in line with Iain. What did you say on conditioning? Sorry, Iain.
5.
5, yeah. Okay. I think I'm in line with that too. It's a little too soft. Okay. Thanks for your submission, Brendan. All right. Next up, we have Icarus. He's 5'9", 210, men's classic. He's in the off-season. Classic amateur, want to become as good as I can. Picks are 2 weeks into the off-season after gear, a 3-month detox, 210 in the picks, 195 was last stage weight. All right. Let's take a look. Structure's nice. Biceps are pretty good. Lats sink low, which is good. Waist is tight. Quads are pretty developed. Teardrop is much more developed than the outer sweep there, the lateralis, and adductors look a little weak as well compared to that teardrop. Calves look pretty good. So we got some good stuff going on in the front. Back shot, shoulders are immense. Again, biceps look good. Triceps could use a little more. The shoulders are really overpowering to the lat, not necessarily the traps. Traps look really good. Mid trap is a little weak, and then kind of from this line down, it just needs a lot more to catch up to the upper trap and the shoulders. Glutes are good. Quads from the back are nice. They sweep out well. Hamstrings are pretty developed. Again, adductor through the center could be thicker. Calves are good. Moving through the physique, it's showing a little bit better mid back. I think it still could be a little thicker. The entire back looks nice. Lat spread is good. I think all of it, though, based on the back double, could use a little more thickness. The lat spread shows through well, though. The rear delt is nice. Again, the legs, adductor is the main issue. And then the side shot. Yeah, quad sweep is very weird to me because it's like when I look at it from the back, it looks pretty good. When I look at it from the front, it feels a little straight. And I look at it from the side, I feel like it could use a little bit more density and thickness here. Hamstrings as well could use a little bit more drop. I'm not sure if that's because you're flexing them there, but I feel like the hamstring overall needs more thickness. Moving to the upper body, I think chest could be a little bigger. Delts, I think this is a posing issue because judging on how your delts look from the back.
Yeah, I think it's all front delt though, because that's what's spilling over in his back double.
No, I know, but if you look at
he needs more. I think he needs more rear delt and mid delt, but I think he's got crazy amount of front delt.
I'm gonna disagree with you on this only because when I go back here,
that's front delt.
I feel like it's a lot of front delt, but I feel like this is still good development. And the side shot, he's sticking his elbow all the way out.
That's gonna hurt it for sure.
Yeah. So I think try this shot again, Icarus, with your elbow tucked against your body and see what your delt looks like. But overall, I think, look, I'm being very harsh. Overall, this is actually a really nice physique, a really nice structure, pretty good development. Everything is pretty balanced. We're picking out some really nitpicky things. Lats from the front look really good. Width from the back is really good. I just think it needs more depth. You just need more thickness through the center here. Iain, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I agree. Yeah, I mean,
it's a hard physique to judge. Like it's
just a bit more lower body. I mean, like the sweep side of the quad needs a bit more. Adductors, hamstrings aren't too bad, but I think just it wouldn't hurt to just kind of beef those legs up a bit.
Yeah.
Chest isn't too bad, and in the front double, the chest actually looks really good. So I won't say that needs it too much more. I think you could pose that better. Like there, it's got some nice pop and depth to it.
Yeah.
But on the side chest, yeah, I think it's a bad angle, and he's not posing that super great on that shot.
Yeah. Agree.
And then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go through here. I'm a little torn on this physique because like there's some parts of it that are amazing.
Yeah.
And then some parts that are a little bit, and I think I'm going to start with the symmetry and structure just because I really like the structure. And I think his symmetry is actually really good too. I wish there was a half point. I'm going to go 7, but it should be 7.5. Muscularity, I think, is pretty good. It could be a little bit more. 5'9", 210. It needs to fill out a bit, especially in the back. I'm going to go 6. I wish there was a 6.5. I'm going to have half points put in. You're 2 weeks into your off season. I think conditioning's fine. I'm not going to say anything about that. Iain, go ahead.
I'm right in line with you. 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Thanks for your submission, Icarus. Look forward to the next one.
Crazy name.
All right.
Our boy Tyler's back.
Is this another? Oh, we've done everybody for the first time, I guess, or at least. Okay. So we're back into a second. Why don't we have, I thought we were going to have his like chronologically, like his other entry so we could look at it. I'm going to have to talk to the web developer about that.
We have no fresh ones here?
These are fresh ones.
Yeah, but we have seen this guy once before.
I know, but I think this is a new rating because these are submitted and these are rated, right? So Tyler's got to be in here somewhere.
He would be like almost one of the first ones we've ever done.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Actually, you know what I'm going to do here because I have this toggle here. These people on this list. 1 second here. Let me refresh the page. These people want to be rated by not just me. So let's start with some of these people because they want to be rated by like the group. So we'll let you get into these as well. All right. Eric King is 5'7", 240 pounds. Men's opens in the offseason. He's 29 years old. He wants to gain enough size to compete in the super heavyweight class. Currently 23 weeks into my growth phase with Stefan. Starting point was 207, which is pictured in the obviously much leaner ab and thigh shot. Okay. Love the site, Fouad. Awesome work. Thank you. View on YouTube. I'll add the judges. Okay. Iain, you want to go ahead? We'll start. You want to start with the heavy one or the lean one?
Yeah, that looks nice there. Okay, yeah, go to the heavy one.
These are current.
Yeah, you got a high sweep on your quad, so you're definitely going to need to fucking really beat those legs up so that it doesn't look like it's always tough when you get that really high sweep. So more on the quad.
When you say high sweep, you mean off the knee?
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, even high sweep off the knee, but then low. It's almost like
also just this little
piece,
like
a bulbous in the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's high off the knee, which I think is a hard thing to work with. I don't mind it as much being low from the top end. I think if he had it low to the knee, it would be okay, but that's tough,
Yeah.
Upper body, chest looks like he's got some good depth. Lats look reasonably thick. Arms are not bad. Let's see. Yeah, chest could use a bit more, but he's not super lean, so. But again, yeah, a bit more on the legs there for sure. The quads, hamstrings look all right.
Okay.
Yeah, back definitely needs some more like upper back, like trap thickness. Lower lat, and like it looks pretty decent. But like the upper back, it could be opposing here as well. Like mid trap, lower trap, like all that kind of needs more upper trap even for sure.
Yeah, I'm seeing this physique as like a completely balanced physique that just needs more muscle everywhere.
Yeah, it is quite balanced. Yeah.
It doesn't really look like you can find any weak points.
No, and you can even see that on his old shot there. Like it does look like it bounces pretty well, Like
yeah. And you know what? That does look like
quad looks better in this.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what I was saying. All of this looks really, really balanced.
Yeah, midsection looks good. Delt looks good. Like when he's a bit leaner here, this flows together pretty nice.
Well, that was the other thing I was going to say, and I think you would probably agree with me, especially is I feel like he's a little too heavy for the offseason, but maybe
he's a touch on the soft side. It's not too bad, but
yeah. All right. Well, I think my only addition is I think you have a great physique, Eric. I think it's just more overall muscle.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Iain. I'll let you start.
Okay, muscularity. He's a first timer.
He's
hasn't competed yet. 29, 23 weeks into his first growth season. Muscularity, I'm going to give that's tough. 6.5, 6.
Yeah, I was thinking 6 because it's his first time and his
symmetry is good overall. I got no issues there. I'll go probably an 8 on the symmetry. Conditioning, I think you're a bit too soft. I'm going to go a 5 on that.
Yeah, I'm right in line with you. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by his balance. It's actually very, very good.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is all kind of fit together nicely.
I think once he grows a bit, it's going to be impressive. All right. Moving to the next guy, we have Andreas Kavam, 5'9", 170, men's classic. He's in prep. He's 4 weeks out. He wants to get a pro card in classic before he's 30, but it doesn't say, he's 25 years old. Yeah. Bodybuilding for 3 years, doing a local show for stage experience, then taking 1 to 2 years to add mass for the NPC. All right, that's a pretty decent plan. He's a very patient man. I like that. Okay, I guess I'll start. First thing I'm seeing is lats. I just feel like this is a really long line here.
Yeah,
I would say more lat to kind of break up the torso, kind of this whole line here. More lat to create more X frame, more tricep to get
tricep for sure.
Bicep are pretty good. Chest looks like you could use a little more, but I won't be able to tell till the next shots. Quad development is fucking great.
Yeah. A lot of fucking gnarly muscle on those quads.
Moving through, back is pretty thick. I think just more width. Like once it grows a little bit more in the lats.
Yeah, and he's also pinching this back, which isn't helping him at all. But
and again, triceps here. The medial head is good. I feel like the long head is a little lagging. So a lot more overhead stuff would probably benefit your triceps. Shoulders.
If this is an off season trying to grow, he's way too lean too.
Oh, is that what this? No, he's 4 weeks out here.
Oh, 4 weeks out. Okay. I was like, fuck, because he's first timer doing a grow, but yeah, 4 weeks out. Okay.
I think from the back, I'm seeing the same thing in the legs. Like the hamstring is really good. The quad is pretty good. The adductors are non-existent.
Adductor's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of saw that from the front. Like this area could be a little bit thicker. And then moving to the next shot, the side chest. Leg development again is fucking great. And the adductor you can't tell from the side anyway.
Arms need to come up big time though.
Yeah, arms, shoulders are very good. Chest is probably secondary to the arms. I would say your main points I'm seeing is lat width, adductors, and arms. Like your lats are well developed, but it just needs more thickness to create more of an X-frame here and to catch up to these quads. But then after that, it's like it's got a lot of promise. Like some long head of the tricep, overall back thickness, some
like some nice depth pop to like the muscle, Yeah.
You just
even though there's not a ton of it in every area, like there's still some like good detail and like good like crispness to this physique.
Yeah. I think Andreas, if you just fill in some of these gaps a little bit, you have a very, very good physique to work with. I agree. Judging wise, I'm going to say muscularity is your main issue. So I'm going to go, if there was a 5.5, I would give you a 5.5 because your legs are really good. Actually, your legs are very good. So I'm going to go 6. The upper body definitely needs to catch up to the legs though. Symmetry and structure I like.
But you have the imbalance from the legs.
I know, but I still want to give them a 7 for some reason. I think I'm gonna go 7. And then conditioning at 4 weeks out.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm gonna go 8 on conditioning. Go ahead, Iain.
I'll put that 5 that you didn't do or the 5.5. So your 5 and my 5 and your 6 make a 5.5.
Yeah, it'll equal.
Symmetry, I'll go a 6 there. Conditioning, I'll go an 8.
All right. Thank you for your submission. On to the next one. All right, we got one photo here, so this is going to be quick. Guys, if you want to submit photos, we need 3 photos at least, front, side, back. And if you're wearing pants, it kind of eliminates half your physique. So we're not going to be able to give you too much of a critique in that regard. Justin 6'1", 202, men's classic. He's in the off season. He wants to enter a Masters Classic physique show. Pictures from a week after eating my lowest weight. Okay. This is all we got, Iain.
You got to give us more than this, homie. We can't see your legs. We can't see your back. I mean, here, what I'm seeing here is definitely a bit more chest development. It's kind of flat, especially through the middle. Lats don't look too bad. Arms need to come up a bit. I can't see your shoulders, so I can't judge them. Waist looks pretty decent. Chest is what I'm seeing is the biggest thing here for sure.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and skip this. I don't even know if we should do a rating because we can't see anything.
Yeah.
I would say at 6'1", 202 and men's classic, there's definitely needs to be more muscularity. I can tell that. So I'm going to say a 4 muscularity. I can't really tell the symmetry because you can't see enough of your body. Conditioning for the off season looks a little too lean. So I'm going to give you a 5 on symmetry because I can't see it. And conditioning looks way too lean. I'm going to give you a 4. Iain, go ahead. On a
5.55.
5.55. Oh shit! I don't want to do that.
What?
I opened my. I clicked the wrong button. Okay. 5.55. Save rating. Let's move on to somebody with more pictures. Brian Popper, 5'11", 198. Men's Open is in the off season. He's 20 weeks out. He's a first timer. 3 years of bodybuilding. Lost 60 pounds and built back 40 pounds of lean tissue. Impressive.
He's a Masters guy.
I'll let you go here because the last guy didn't have any photos, so you can start here.
I mean, for a Masters guy just starting it, this is a pretty solid physique here. Definitely got some crazy Frank McGrath vascularity going on here.
All right.
I think a little more shoulders. It looks not bad on the side chest, but on that front shot, it looks like you need a little more medial delt. Maybe the front and rear actually don't look too bad, but maybe on the medial a bit. A bit more chest, I think, would help as well. It's not terrible, but it's not incredible. Triceps a little bit more for sure too.
Okay.
Back definitely needs some more.
Well, this is going way too far around.
Yeah, no, his posing there's crazy.
I mean, you can tell he needs more back anyway, but just so he knows.
You can really see the arms on this shot, especially the triceps, and need a lot more. I mean, biceps on the back too. They didn't look as bad from the front, but on the back, the biceps look worse here. Back detail is solid, but you definitely need some more meat on those lats. You're pinching it in a little too. He's like rounding too far forward on the front and then squeezing too far back on the back double.
Yeah.
Quads don't look too bad. Got that high sweep as well, but overall development doesn't look terrible.
Jealous of his calves. The last shot here.
Yeah, you can really see the lats, like the back needs a lot more thickness. Legs look pretty decent. Yeah, arms for sure need to come up. Arms and lats, back and lats. Yeah, back and arms. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have too much to add. I think there's a lot of muscle that needs to be built here. I think.
Yeah,
it's a little bit straight up and down. I mean, I commend you for losing all the weight and putting a bunch of muscle back on.
Yeah,
but
for a massive guy that lost a bunch of weight, this is a super impressive physique for sure. He doesn't have like too many signs of being like extremely overweight before. His skin texture and stuff looks pretty solid. Maybe a little bit in the lower abdomen, but overall it looks pretty decent. You just need more muscle. That's it.
Yeah,
keep going and adding the way you're adding.
I just want to say quickly for people watching, like, competitive bodybuilding is different than just being in shape. This is amazing that you're in shape and you're able to stay this lean and all that.
Crazy. Yeah.
But competitively, there just has to be more shape, and that's going to come with more muscularity.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ian. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I'm going to be a little nice here because, he's just getting back into it. He's a master's guy. He's 44, 3 years in. I'm going to give him a muscularity. I'll give him a 6. It's a generous 6. Symmetry, it's nothing's like super out of balance. I mean, except for the quads. He just needs more muscle. I'm going to give him a 5 on the symmetry, 6, 5.5, 6. Yeah. Conditioning is actually really good. I mean, if this is
20 weeks out,
I can understand someone that lost a lot of body fat is a little scared to ever be not really lean, which I think overall for like keeping your skin tight and things, keeping on the leaner side might be a good thing. For 20 weeks out, I know Fouad will probably say that this is too lean. I think this is probably pretty good. I'll go a 7 on your conditioning.
Okay.
If he hadn't been more overall weight before, I would have given him a lower score for the conditioning, but I think because he'd been a bit overweight, I think this is a good level of conditioning here.
Okay, I'm going to be a lot more harsh. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to be honest. I feel like this physique needs a lot more muscle to stand on a competitive stage. So I'm going to say a 4. Symmetry-wise, there isn't much structure to look at because there's not enough shape to the muscle to create an X-frame. It's very rectangular and straight up and down. So in that regard, I'm going to give you a 4. And then conditioning-wise, I feel like you're a little too lean for 20 weeks out. So I'm probably going to go 5.
Cool.
Thanks for your submission, Brian. On to the next one. We're going to go with Benjamin Kling-Gronfeld. 5'9", 200 pounds, men's open prep. He's 1 week out, so for sure we missed this. So hopefully your show went well. Down the road, maybe a pro card, but for now, just trying to get huge. These are my last off season. I competed in classic and light heavy bodybuilding. Okay. Front lat spread is phenomenal.
Man, it's kind of good. Yeah.
Very
great
good.
flow to this physique. Looks awesome, man.
Very thick chest, very wide lats, very good shoulders, biceps and arms. I can't really tell the tricep, but I can see a little bit there. So arms look pretty good. I think the biggest thing I see here weakness-wise is probably more sweep to the leg and more adductor. The teardrop has developed very well. And I'm only saying more sweep because this taper is so dramatic from the top that we need a little bit more on the bottom. And then you don't want to leave this empty in here. But the development of your teardrop is very good. Moving to the next shot, side of the leg is really nice. Again,
you see that quad though to the knee, very straight line.
Yeah, this is a very straight line here. So again, more sweep to the quad will help. And then I don't know if this is being flexed, but it looks like a little more hamstring would help as well. Upper body, I think, is definitely overpowering the lower body a bit here. Chest looks good. Arms look good. I don't know if this is just a posing thing, or the angle, but it looks like the shoulder could use a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure it's just the angle of the shot. Shoulders are great. Shoulders, chest, and arms are very, very good. Again, this is a upper body dominant physique. Lower body is not bad, but I'm just picking on it because it needs to come up to match the top. And then back double, fucking great. Again, so glutes are very well developed. I think that's even more of a reason why to create more sweep here. This lower body, the way your muscles insert and your calves and everything, this could be a very, very dominant physique. I think if you can build this sweep and build out the adductors, this lower body could be world class. Again, the shoulders are good. There's a little bit of shadowing in here, so I can't tell the back for sure, but it looks pretty developed and looks pretty good. I would say more thickness to the lat from what I can see, but that could be just the shadowing.
Yeah, it needs a bit more thickness on there, I think. And on this shot, the triceps, the arms look a little on the thinner side to me.
Yeah, well, compared to the shoulder, right?
Yeah, it's just more on the tricep there more than anything.
Yeah. Anything else to add, Iain?
No, I agree. I mean, I think there's a lot of potential in this physique. I mean, shoulders are great, chest is great, a little more on the triceps, a bit more on the legs in certain areas, like you said. Overall, it's good.
Got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start. Muscularity is nice. 5'9", 200 pounds. I think
200 pounds lean.
Yeah, 200 pounds lean. He's 1 week out here. I think conditioning wise, at 1 week out, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I think symmetry and structure is very nice. I'm going to give him an 8 there as well. I think muscularity in the lower body is the one area where you're a little behind. I would give you a 6.5, but I'm going to lean towards 7.
I'm right in line with you, 887.
887 on the reverse, or same as
Yeah,
me?
sorry, 887 in the reverse. 788.
788. All right. All right. Next up, we'll do a few more. We got Christian Varweg, 6'1", 168, men's classic. This is his show. These are his show picks. He wants to get a natural pro card. This was my physique in 2024. Now in the off season for my next show, April 2026. Okay, Iain, I'll let you start here.
Okay, so natural. I mean, for a natural guy, this is pretty good. I mean, things I'm seeing immediately is definitely the lats there. I mean, really thin through the lats. Definitely need some posing tweaks for sure. Chest, lats, biceps look pretty decent. Conditioning here for a natural competitor is actually pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, just a lot more depth in that back. You know, you can see it from the front and back here. I mean, obviously your detail is nice here because you're in good condition through the Christmas tree, but you need a lot more and you need to open that up as well. Your posing needs a lot of work for sure. But yeah, definitely a lot more depth in the back. Yeah, a bit on the arms there, mostly on the tricep, a bit more on the rear delt. They're a little sloped. Hamstrings definitely need a lot there. I can't see much in this. I mean, shoulders look pretty decent in that shot there, but still needs rear delt, like I said. What do you think?
I don't know. I know he's natural, so I don't want to be too harsh, but 6'1", 168 is very small.
That's very light, yeah.
And when I look at the physique, I see good development in the biceps, good development in the shoulders, like when I look at here. But I don't see that same development really anywhere else, except for maybe the teardrop of the quad. And the hamstring looks pretty significant.
Yeah.
But a lot of this is very thin. Like this back is very, very thin.
Yeah.
Chest is very, very
thin. Adductor is very thin.
Adductors is a huge gap in here, and there's a very, very little sweep. So I'm maybe a little bit harsher than you, but I feel like it just needs a lot more muscle.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
So I'll let you go ahead with scoring first, Iain.
Okay, he looks like a young guy. He's natural, so I'll give him a 4 on muscularity. I mean, symmetry is not terrible. I mean, it's pretty decent. I'll go a 6 on symmetry. Structure's all right. Conditioning for a natural competitor on stage, I'm not mad about it. I'll go a 7 there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a muscularity. I'm gonna go. I think structure is good. Symmetry. It's hard to really say. I'm gonna go 5, just because without more muscle, you can't really tell.
It's tough. I agree. Yeah.
What that's gonna look like. And conditioning, I'll say, is fine for a natural show. That's great. Christian, I think just more overall mass, man. You have something here, but just needs to be built up a little bit.
Yeah, you're a tall guy. You need to be big, man. Like you got to get some good weight on that physique and fill it out.
Oh, we got. I always get the
Holy
good.
cow!
I always get the jack dudes. All right, Jerome.
Diabetic.
Jerome has submitted shots. He's 6'1", 256. Men's open. He's in prep. He's 7 weeks out. He's 29 years old. He wants to get a pro card. Type 1 diabetic. White sensor is a continuous glucose monitor. Okay.
Gotta get those constant insulin gains, you know?
Okay.
Hey, fucking this dude's sick.
First most muscular shot. First thing I'm going to say is overall balance is pretty phenomenal. Like
Yeah, this is a great midsection. Looks awesome.
Quads. I don't know if this is hiding the quads. He's turned sideways, but from this shot, it looks like quads, calves, lats, arms, shoulders, chest, all are very, very symmetrical. Waist looks great. Ab structure is amazing. Moving through to the next shot, a little bit different story conditioning wise from the back, but muscularity is very, very good. I think the hamstrings are thick. I think more adductor could be beneficial.
Yeah,
calves are very good. Quads from the back look pretty good. You have smaller, more narrow glutes, so it helps with that X frame from the back. Lat is wide, could be a little thicker through the lat. The mid back is good. Traps are good. Rear delts are good. Triceps look pretty good from the back as well. I would just say more lat thickness in here. We're kind of losing a little bit.
This looks like a Sergio Oliva kind of physique, eh,
Yeah.
Junior?
Yeah. Front lat,
This looks a lot like Sergio, to be honest. Yeah.
front lat spread, great posing.
Yeah.
Chest is very thick. Arms, shoulders look great. Waist is tight. Quads have shown good development. Again, I think more adductor will give you more of a fill in the gaps, more of 3D kind of look.
Yeah.
So a little bit more thickness through the center of the leg. And then in the last here, posing could be better. I would lift that chest up and kind of like broaden the shoulders a bit. Looks a little bit crunched together. Biceps are great. Triceps look like it come up to match the bicep a bit more.
Yeah.
Delt is capped off nicely. A little bit more rear delt though to match the bicep. We're getting a little bit of an imbalance here going across. Chest looks like it needs to be a little thicker. Only because the quad development from the side and hamstrings look so good. It's kind of hurting your chest development here. So it could be a posing issue. I think if you lift that chest up and open up your shoulders, it could give you a totally different perspective on this shot. Overall, a very, very nice physique, though.
Super impressive.
Yeah, very, very good.
That shot is like
This
10
is a
out of
great pose for him. Yeah, great pose. Okay, tough one to judge. Go ahead.
He was 7 weeks out in these shots too.
Well, let's look. This looks like 7 weeks out, though. This back shot here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really nice 7 weeks out though. Like, I don't think it's ahead. I don't think it's behind. Like, I like.
No, the back shot's tight too. Okay, yeah.
You can see some lines there because he's doing a hip hop, and you can still see some lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9 conditioning.
I'm super impressed with this. Yeah,
symmetry and structure. I'm actually very pleased with that as well. I'm gonna go 8, and I think muscularity is very good. I think there's a couple empty spots, but overall is nice. I'm gonna go 8 too on muscularity. I think 6'1", 256. I mean, that's
56 to 7 weeks out. So, like, say he ends up being
significant. He's 240, maybe
240 on stage. That's pretty
35.
decent.
Yeah, I don't see him being any lighter than 240. Like, this is pretty lean.
No, like 245, 240, something like that. At the least. Yeah,
I think I'm happy with my scoring. 8, 8, 9. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Damn. I mean, for an amateur, man, I'm really impressed with this. I'm going 9s across the board.
Well, the reason just to
muscularity, I'll go an 8 maybe because I like you could be bigger.
Well,
but
the only thing is,
everything's balanced, structure is nice. Conditioning, I love for 7 weeks out. I don't think it needs to be changed at all here. I mean, I'm really happy with this.
The only reason I gave a little lighter score in the muscularity is because he said he wanted to be a pro.
Yeah, no, that's why I adjusted mine. Because I think he could be bigger, but it's still a good level of muscularity. It's not perfect, so there is a bit room there. So yeah, I think an 8 is fair. Yeah, I'll go 8, 9, 9.
Great job, Jerome. Look forward to seeing.
Great job. Where's this guy? Is this guy from the U.S.? Like, where's this guy from?
I don't know. Jerome Simpson sounds American.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to David Rivik, 5'9", 190, men's open. He's in the off season. Want to be bigger, better, win some shows. EU, IFBB, not NPC. Photos are from last prep. Now off maintenance. Want to focus on upper lower. Okay, let's go through these picks, Ian. I'll start with this prep shot, side tricep. Go ahead.
Delts look great here. Arms look like they could use a little bit more. Chest is not bad in the side try. It's got a good hang on it. I need to see more than this. Let me see. I'm assuming you're on the right.
Him, I think.
Yeah, you definitely need a bit more in the lats and lower lat, mid lat, back, everything kind of open that up. I mean, it's kind of square on the shot. You don't have a lot of X frame to that shot. Conditioning on stage definitely needs to improve here to be playing for a pro card. Hamstring development looks pretty decent. Some more adductors wouldn't hurt.
Hamstrings and calves look pretty good.
Shoulders looks like they need a bit more in the rear delt. A bit empty there. Not terrible, but yeah, back definitely needs some more, and conditioning needs to improve.
Wild hamstrings.
Does he have any front shots?
Yeah.
Okay, there. Yeah. Adductor, quad, on the sweep side as well. Shoulders look pretty good. Chest not bad. Yeah, and more on those lats as well in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with everything. I'm just really impressed. The hamstring thickness is crazy. Calves
hamstrings are great. Yeah.
Okay. You want to go ahead and start?
Yeah. Okay. Muscularity. I'm going to go a 5.
Yep.
Maybe a 6. Symmetry. Overall, he's pretty balanced. Some things I need to work on. I'll go a 6 there as well. Maybe a 7. Conditioning for on stage, I don't think this is adequate, so I'm going to go a 4.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 conditioning. Symmetry, I think, is pretty good. I'll go 7. I think
it's weird because that picture on the right that's in the light, he looks way leaner in that shot than he does on stage.
Here, yeah.
Like this looks like if that's like not too bad, but then on stage he does look quite soft.
Yeah. Yeah, like here there's some lines through his glutes and shit, but then here it looks like there's nothing.
No.
I'm gonna say the main problem is muscularity, so I'm gonna go 5.
Yeah.
Thanks for your submission, David. And then, you know what? Let's finish with a wild one. Is there somebody crazy? Oh, that guy looks pretty good. Let's start with, I'll let you finish. We'll do the last one here, and you can wrap this up with your assessment of Steven. He's 5'5", 175. Men's open. He's in prep. He's 1 week out, which he's probably done his show by now. He's 38 years old. This is just for personal improvement. He's 1 week out of his last show stage shot. Diabetic, managing my disease while achieving my goals. Okay, go ahead, Iain. Holy fuck.
Hamstring is just fucking outrageous.
Side of the leg looks great, eh?
Yeah, I mean, as a whole, you got to bring that upper body a bit to match the
chest, though. The chest is
chest is really good. Delts are a little undersized, and arms are definitely undersized, especially in the tricep.
Yeah.
Chest development is great, though. Leg development is incredible. Here, chest doesn't look as good, but it's hard to get depth from like a white guy from a front on shot like this. But yeah, leg development's really good.
I think the chest looks thick there. I just think his shoulders and arms are really bad.
Shoulders and arms need to come up for sure is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
But quads are sick. Arms are your biggest weak point is what I'm seeing so far. Yeah. Is there a back shot? You see the one on the left, I assume he says he's 5'5". So yeah. Back looks pretty solid. Those arms and shoulders are definitely hurting you in the shot here. But back thickness and lats look good. They insert low. I think a bit more in the erectors. It's kind of like empty at the bottom there between the lats. Above your ass. So I think some more on your erectors could help. Leg development is obviously incredible. I have no tips there.
I'm going to go through a little bit. I'm just going to go and say, okay, here, this is all phenomenal through the center. It's this outer shit here.
Yeah.
That shoulder and arm really has to catch up to this chest looks really good, thick, and the legs are wild. Adductor, this one threw me off to the back. What's throwing me off the most is from the back. Your back looks great, but from the front, your back is definitely needs to be a lot wider because you're really straight up and down here, and you got great legs. So I would say more lat will help that. And then in this shot here, it's kind of like tells the story. Like your back is great, could be wider. The traps are very flat, and the arms and shoulders, but the fucking legs, just crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to see him a bit leaner, obviously on stage, but overall not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. Iain, go ahead. Muscularity.
Muscularity as a whole is pretty decent. There's some spots that need to come up. I'll go I don't know. Those arms and delts are pretty lacking. Fuck. 6, 7. What do you think?
I was gonna go 6.
Yeah, I'm 6 2.
Like the legs are really like you. Why don't you go 7 and I'll go 6?
Okay.
That way it's 6.5.
Symmetry, I'll go with 6. Structure is pretty decent, but there's some things that are throwing off the flow of the physique here. Conditioning on stage is a bit less than I'd like. I'll go a 6 there.
I'm gonna go 7 7. All right.
So it's 6.5 average across the board.
That's right. Okay, everybody. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this this episode of Rate Your Physiques. We'll be back again next week with more. Thank you, Iain. We'll see you later.